Howdy folks, and welcome back to Frieren. Today we're going to be watching Season 1, Episode 7, which is titled, Like a Fairy Tale. A continuation of sorts from the topics that our characters were discussing last time, where most of them agreed that they wanted their adventures to be both fun and ridiculous. Not unlike a fairy tale, but also similar to some of the best fairy tales, they are headed into an area with a lot of danger, a little bit of horror probably thrown in there, as they've crossed to the northern checkpoint and are into territory where there are still remnants of the Demon King's army still roaming around causing trouble. It's really interesting to me that there is still chunks of army going around, given that the Demon King himself was defeated about 80 years ago. So I don't know if there's just always been these kind of pocket organization populations of demons in the world. I don't know what constitutes demons, where they come from, what their morphology kind of is, how they come about. I don't know if they could be summoned, conjured, or if they are just a natural kind of creature that exists in this world, or if there's, something else going on, right? There is a very mischievous looking person in the OP that we still haven't seen that looks very villainous. Watch, they're like the nicest, most helpful person in the whole show, but we just have this preconceived notion of what villain characters in anime look like. I don't know, but I'm really curious to see why, given that it has been so much time. If the Demon King truly was this big threat to the whole world, right, that our party was able to defeat, why not then go and just like take out the rest of the army, right? So I'm sure there's got to be some kind of reason. I'm sure we'll find it out in time. But yeah, we're into it, right? This series has made quite a bit of progress. The action scenes have been short, right? The two biggest fights being the one against the dragon and the one against Kval a couple episodes back. But as I've said in the past, I've heard a common complaint about the show be that nothing happens, where I would say that the plot seems to be moving briskly, actually. Each episode, since they've set out on their adventure, they've gone somewhere and made progress towards their goal, right? I don't know how far away they are from their goal, but at the very least, we didn't spend 2 episodes trying to figure out how to get past the checkpoint, right? We didn't spend 2 episodes finding the blue flowers. Things are wrapping up within an episode, and then we're moving on to the next one. So I'm here for that. I'm assuming we're not going to have we're not gonna have every episode be like that. Like I said, I'm very much expecting us to stop and have like these bigger side questy kind of stories. But I don't see it so far. I think the people who say that are loony, at least as far as these first 6 episodes are concerned. So I don't know. Maybe it slows down a lot in the future. But as of right now, I'm very happy with the pacing. So with all that being said, let's scooch over here. Get ready to watch this dang thing. Thank you for watching me watch this dang thing. Hey, make sure you do all the YouTube things. Make sure you subscribe to this channel so you see when more of these come out. 1 episode a week, fairly regularly. I do my best to be very regular with my uploads. But hey, leave a like on the video, leave a comment on this video as well. Help me out with all the algorithm-y bits that all the YouTubers ask you to do. And if you would like to see this or any other Frieren episode, uncut, unedited, the next one a little bit early, I am working a little bit ahead. This is my second Frieren this week that I've recorded. 3rd video overall. Usually I just get around to doing 2 videos per week, but I'm here to 3. So I am making good on my promise to finally get a little bit ahead. Will the trend continue? Probably not, but at the very least, I'm working on it. But I said all that to say, if you want these early, uncut, unedited, there's a link to join the Patreon down in the description below. Don't have to, just a great way to support the channel. As always, glad that you're just here watching on YouTube. Let us get started with Frieren Season 1, Episode 7, Like a Fairy Tale. Living happily ever after in 3, 2, 1, go.
大魔法使いフランメの魔導書ですか。
フランメの著書に本物なしって言われていてね。
Well, now we have a real one. This is the old party.
何がいいのかさっぱりだな。
And you never will, you non-magic user.
人類の魔法の開祖フランメ自体が
The founder of humanity's magic.
おとぎ話か。
And I already have to make a comment because I've been talking about Flamma recently. That I thought it was so astounding that she was considered to be this legendary mage, even though I've heard somebody said that a direct translation note that the legendary mage, as they translate it here, is kind of more of a title akin to like Archmage or something. So they're not calling her like, ooh, the greatest mage who ever lived, right? It's more of like she was like a leader, basically. She was the head of the order of mages back in the day. So it's more of like a job title than it is like anything else. But already, the fact that they're saying that she's the founder of humanity's magic is immediately fascinating to me. Because as far as I knew, magic was always just a thing. And this is the first time I'm hearing that she was potentially the first one. And I don't know if they mean humans as in like non-elves humanity or like all sentient living creatures here. So I am immediately intrigued by this one. We're less than a minute in and I've already had a huge pause. I'm in trouble here tonight. Yeah, and I was also about to say, given how distant she was with this party, do they even know that she knew her? No, it's afternoon at this point. Oh my god, it is morning. Are you sick, Frieren? Do you have a fever? Aw, she likes the back rubs. Honestly, that dude... Oh, she's even being fed. Wonderful. Hey, while the OP plays today, my tea for tonight is throat coat. I have a little bit of soreness going on. Not in the... you can kind of tell when your throat gets sore, whether you're getting sick or if it's just, I don't know, overexertion or something. And thankfully, it doesn't feel like I'm getting sick, but I still want to take care of myself. Oh, and just another thing I noticed, him holding the axe and like his hands kind of shaking with the whole being a coward kind of thing. Once again, something you won't understand until you've watched further. All the best OPs do that. I'm assuming another OP is going to make me very happy, but as of right now, I love this one so much. 28 years on Eng Road, located in the Northern Lands. Stark is like, why the hell am I even helping? Well, yeah, exactly. Teach a man to fish, clear a man's road, he can go fishing any day. Okay. Ooh. So he's only just had his first monster battle, so he's probably never even seen a demon, right? I don't know how different demons are from dragons, but you would have to assume that they'd be a little more scary. Okay, Stark-kun. Come on, this is what you asked for. Okay, now it's back to Stark-sama. Hi, alright, fine, whatever. That's another thing I'm curious about, how prevalent they are in the world. I don't know if this is like a, once again to compare to the Lord of the Rings, I don't know if this is like elves kind of have their own sequestered off kind of area where only really they keep to themselves, or, like the lands to the east of Middle Earth, that they have left this area and no longer kind of abide here except for a few here and there. I guess also same with dwarves. I also know that in Lord of the Rings and Middle Earth, they kind of just lived under mountains, so you didn't really see them up and about on the surface too much. So I don't know. Once again, more questions coming about for me in this episode. Okay. Interesting, okay. That is a long time. Oh, not another checkpoint.
解放祭ですから。今日は勇者ヒンメル様ご一行がこの地域を支配していた魔族を
Frieren's gonna be like, no, you have the date completely wrong.
そんなこともあったっけね。
Yeah, it sounds like
解放祭はその日を記念したもので
it's interesting how over time
町
things
の中央
change.
広場にあるヒンメル様たちの像を飾りつ
Oh, they're gonna look so wrong, aren't they? It's like a game of telephone. At least I'm assuming just they have just all the details wrong.
されたのはもう80年以上も前になります。
It's been 78, right?
で、何かを忘れ去るのに十分すぎる時間です。それでもこの日だけは皆ヒンメル様たちを思い出すの
And
で
this
す。
is probably why he didn't recognize Frieren, right?
上出来だね。
ヒンメルってよく像を作ってもらっているよね。
みんなに覚えていてほしいと思ってね。
Yeah, that does kind of throw a damper in my
長く生きるわけじゃない。
that does throw a damper in my theory right there.
でも一番の理由は君が未来で一人ぼっちにならないように
Oh, don't do this to me this early in the episode.
おとぎ話じゃない。
Oh no, and going back to the whole fairy tales
確か
thing.
に実在したんだ。
Wow. Well, that's a rare anti-oracle moment for me. Well done.
ご一行のフリーレン様の像によく似ていらっしゃる。
100年後も続いているかな。
この町が続く限りは
1000年後は。
それは
Yeah.
わかりませんな。
There's a lot of things we don't do that we did 100 years ago.
そういえばこの旅の目的地ってまだ聞いてなかったな。どこなんだ？
End. No, where are we going? To end. No, where's the end of our journey? End. Who's on first? 20 years, Grafka Nat's domain, located in the northern lands. Probably pronounced that wrong. I'm from Texas, ain't from Germany, so I'm gonna say Grafka Nat.
とりあえず買い出し当番決めようぜ。
Oh?
フリーレン様、街中ですよ。魔族だ。
Oh. But they do have horns like you... Oh, she's just about to shoot on sight. This is an interesting development.
あなたの差し金ですか
For the third time this
リグナー
episode.
殿確かにわしはお前たちを殺したい
Lord
ほどに憎んだ
Lugner.
だが街中で堂々と和睦の使者を手にかけるほど
Peace envoys.
大方事情も知らぬ冒険者といったところだろう。
冷静で殺意のこもった冷たい目だ。
Also, I kind of assumed all demons were going to be monstrous, but he kind of hot.
君のその目はまるで猛獣でも見ているかのような目。
Oh no, we're going to start delving into racism, aren't we?
お前たち魔族は人の声真似をするだけの言葉の通じない猛獣だ。
屋敷の地下牢に入れておけ。
It's illegal to be racist here. This is throwing all my preconceptions out into the water. Into the water? Out the window? Blowing me out of the water. Also through a window, which Frieren doesn't have in her cell, probably.
暇だな。
I hear that's a real issue when you're in prison.
フリーレン様。
2、3年は反省しろってさ。
思っ
Oh,
てたよ。
yeah, I was going to say, that's short, huh?
後で魔導書の差し入れ持ってきて。
We'll stick a nail file between two of the pages.
で、魔族が和睦の使者ってどういうことなの？担当台のアウラは知っていますよね。
It goes, it goes, it goes, it goes. Guillotine! Yeah!
私たちとの戦いで配下のほとんどを失って消息不明のはずだけど。
We never got to cut her head off.
アウラは28年も前に力を取り戻しています。
Interestingly enough, when Himmel died, I clock that.
無益な殺し合いに疲弊したアウラ側が和睦の申し出をしてきたそうです。
Yeah, I don't know.
話し合いで解決するならそれに越したことはねえじゃねえか。
I mean,
解決
Gval
しない
seemed to
から無駄なんだ
communicate
よ。
decently.
魔族は人食いの化け物だ。
Even Gval had a little bit of honor to him. Like, he still was appreciative of the power that was being displayed in front of him.
勇者様、早くとどめを。
まだ子供だ。
それがどうしたというの。そいつは私たちの娘を食い殺したのよ。
痛いよお母さん。
I have no idea how to feel about any of this. I don't know who's right. I don't know if Frieren is just a racist. I don't know if this is all a big trap from the demons.
私がやる。
これでは魔族と同じだな。償う機会を与えてやってもいいじゃないか。
The first seeds of
村長。
demon atonement here. I am so conflicted, man. Like, I don't know if this story is going to end with that guy being eaten, if they lived peacefully, happily ever after, like a fairy tale.
様子を見ようじゃないか。
そう。
I did already look ahead, and I saw that the next episode is titled Frieren the Slayer. Yeah, that expression never changes on that kid, huh? How many years have we stayed here? What the fuck?
なぜ村長を殺した？
私は平穏に過ごしたい。ですから用意しました。私が食べてしまう。
What the fuck?
その子は村長の娘だ。
村長はもういませんよ。
Good lord.
仕方がありません。この子は人質に。
Damn, Andy caught the kid.
もう止めないよね。
Yeah, wow. Oh, okay.
お前たちは孤独を当たり前とする生物で、家族という概念すら存在しない。なのに、なんでお母さんなんて言葉を使うの？だって、殺せなくなるでしょ。
Yeah.
まるで魔法のような。
They know to manipulate and play off of emotions, right? Whew. Oh god, the chills, man. That was incredible.
言葉を話す魔物を魔族と定義づけた。
Okay, monsters
そ
capable
の
of
祖先は
speech.
獲物をおびき寄せるために物陰から助けてと言葉を発した魔物だよ。
You know, once again, that feels like a fairy tale kind of thing.
差し入れよろしくね。
See you later. Thanks for visiting. Oh, what a turn this took.
気になるのはあの魔法使いだ。あの顔どこかで。
Oh, did they meet in battle
言葉の
years and
通
years
じない
ago?
猛獣か。実に的確な表現だ。この町で彼女だけが我ら魔族の本質。
Yeah, okay. Feeling a little bit better that Frieren might not be horribly racist.
分かり合うための言葉ではなく、この町ももう長くはないな。
And thus, if the town's not around, they won't be able to remember the deeds of Himmel and his party, right? Is it bad that there's a certain peace in knowing that the horrible generalizations and stereotypes about demons seem to be accurate in this? I hate to say that, but having things be at least reasonably black and white to not add complexity to an already complex feeling show brings me a little bit of peace. It makes things easier for me as a reactor, so I can know, like, okay, demon, that's shorthand for bad guy, like straight up. Unless, you know, we do this whole song and dance again with a demon who actually is. But then again, I don't know if it's possible. And see, even though we know this and we've seen this and we've actually heard from this guy's mouth that we're people who eat, we're demons who eat people, and we're doing it to deceive them. This mage knows too much. That I still, even though we heard all that, I'm still concerned that a future episode is going to try to pull this card again, but for real this time. And I just don't know. Because like I said, this show is complicated with its feelings about thinking certain ways about characters and giving us only the information we need at that moment. So who's to say we're not going to get more so later? I'm stressed out watching this. Like this episode has been incredible. We still have a little bit to go, but just it has made me think so much more than almost any other episode of this show so far. And that's, like I said, for an already complex show, This one's doing a lot. Well done.
出来のいい息子でな。早く家督を継いでわしに楽をさせると。
Was he eaten by a demon?
ご子息は今どちらに？
He did.
10年前にアウラとの戦いで死んだ。帰ってきたのはこの剣だけだ。デグナー！招き入れたのは息子の無念を晴らすためだ。
I mean, I feel like the demons would have seen through this. Mom?
この部屋はよく掃除が行き届いています。
Yeah, he's not concerned by this at all.
私もあなた方に殺された父上の部屋はそのままにしてあります。もうやめにしませんか、グラナト教。
Okay, but I don't know how this is gonna sway this guy.
私たちには言葉があります。どうか。
No, not
話し合い
again.
の機会を。
It's in that one moment he faltered that you had him. His throat was there beneath your hands. Also, I'm shocked Frieren isn't just... I'm sure she has some kind of a spell that can dissolve metal bars or something like that.
父上って何？
It's a word that makes them trust us. Yeah, we know that's bullshit from what we've heard from Frieren.
取り入れれば和睦と称してこの町の防護結界を解除させることも可能だろう。とアウラ様の軍勢がこの町を滅ぼしてくださる。ところでリーニエ、ドラートの姿は
A quick shot of her. Aura.
邪魔者を消しに行くってさ。
Frieren? Is he going after Frieren in prison?
ドラート殿、このようなところに来られては困ります。客室に。
Wow. That quick, huh? Oh, thank God my grimoires are here.
面会時間ではないはずだけど。
断頭台のアウラが配下、首切り役人の一人、ドラートだ。
The guillotine. Cut that guy's head off.
リグナー様の見立てによれば、この少女が我らの唯一の障害。
And once again, Frieren, just like her mannerisms, just like,
言っておくけど私強いよ。
I think that's an understatement.
俺よりもか？
断頭台のアウラよりも。
Oh no, this is where we're ending. Man, episode 1 of this show was goated. Just in terms of the storytelling and everything and the emotion all in it. This might be my number 2 episode so far. This was an incredible one. Not only big lore drops about demons, not only an incredibly emotional little mini story just thrown in there just for like 5 minutes of this episode. Like, I'm just gonna take a little 5 minutes of your time, please, sir, and tell me this incredibly emotional story that also tells us so much about the demons in the show. Because like I said, I have a lot of questions. Where do they come from? Are they summoned? Are they conjured? What? And we got not every answer, but enough answers to know that they, you know, they do seem to be when a mommy demon and a daddy demon love each other not a lot because they seem to be incapable of love, but they produce an offspring and then just kind of leave it to itself. That, you know, they kind of raise themselves, so they do seem to procreate, if I understood that correctly. Feel free to correct me if I'm completely wrong. But it does seem to be a blanket statement that demons equals bad in this show. Like I said, as a reactor, that makes things a lot easier for me to see. When I see a demon, I know, for the most part, unless they pull some bullshittery on me again, that it's shorthand for this is a bad guy. But once again, the threat of a fight incoming, and once again, like most of the other fights have gone, and now, you know, kind of makes sense why the next episode is titled Frieren the Slayer, right? Given what she's gonna have to do to not only Lord Drat, but Lugner, and I forgot the name of the other one. But she's gonna have to do some slaying. But like most of the other action scenes have gone, even the Drat versus the guard, like it was literally just like a little flick of the wrist, snap of the fingers, and just a little, just a tiny little purple light. I don't even know what it was, if it was something physical, if it was something magical, but that guy dead in an instant. But I have a feeling, knowing Frieren, they're not gonna kill Frieren, obviously. But I have a feeling that at least this confrontation with Drat is gonna go, much the same as Kval or the dragon last time, because Frieren do be strong. I don't know if they took her staff away. I don't know how that works. I know she can like conjure it from thin air, but I don't know if it has to be like on her person. I don't know if she has to like essentially like put it away on her. And obviously she had it out when she was tackled and arrested, right? So I don't know if they took it from her. I don't know if it's sitting off in evidence somewhere, or if she is able to kind of like just summon it on a whim, right? So I guess we'll find out next time. Once again, just things I do have questions about that have not been answered yet. But yeah, just getting to know everything, even the little philosophical question of memory and the history that we carry and pass forward to other generations. And here I was thinking it was going to be a whole like, oh, everything about this town has it wrong. Just from the moment they said like, oh yeah, this is the Liberation Day or whatever, and Frieren was like, is it now? So either number one, she just didn't know, which doesn't seem correct to me. She seems like a kind of a person who would keep dates and times like in her head at all times. So I feel like she would have known. But number two, I expected the statue to just be wrong of everybody, or maybe everybody except Himmel. But the fact that nope, that was indeed them, made me sad. I had a bit of an anti-Oracle moment there. So whoops. It happens sometimes, I guess. Happens to the best of us. But just the little philosophical questions, learning a little bit more about Flamma, and how not only did she, we got that one tidbit about how she was the founder of humanity's magic, but also that she seemed to be the first to categorize demons. So I don't know if maybe we'll come to find out that she accidentally conjured the first demons, and that's why she was able to catalog them for the first time, or describe them, or however they worded that. Maybe that's why Frieren holds some animosity towards her, because just every time she remembers Flamma, it's like a oh, you hasty, rambunctious woman, or terrible woman, or something like that she calls her. So I don't know. There's obviously still a lot we have to learn about that whole history, demons themselves, seeing as how with the setup of the show being the defeat of the Demon King, demons still seem to be a big part of the show moving forward. So I'm glad that we're starting to learn that, and I'm assuming we have a lot more to learn. And hey, I'm along for the ride. And once again, as I said up front in this episode, the people who say that nothing happens in the show are completely wrong. On paper, what happened? They walked into the city and Frieren got arrested. There's a little bit of a conspiracy going on. That might not sound like much, but the way it was presented in the show, it was a lot. It was huge for this show, folks. And that's, why I love this episode so much. And once again, it has the promise for more next time. Especially, like I said, that episode being called Frieren the Slayer, that's going to be a banger, I bet. So, hey, I don't think I have too much else to say. Just really excited to continue on with the show. I feel like, after that first 4 episodes, the last 2 they've been fine. They've been decent little episodes of moving on our journey. But this, if they said episode 5 was the episode where our journey truly starts and the show kind of truly begins, this almost feels like more of like a starting point for bigger conflict and big journey stuff. Unless we just completely wipe out everything in this area within the next couple episodes. And it's just like, well, time to do the next thing. Who knows? The show could do anything. And the show that keeps me guessing is a show I'm very interested in watching. And I'm very interested in watching this show. And I hope you are too, for rewatching it with me at least. So hey, don't forget to leave a like on your way out. Don't forget to leave that comment before you do as well. And I'll catch you next time for the next episode of Frieren Beyond Journey's End. Take it easy, everybody.